I was born in the U.S., actually in Tacoma, Washington. Moved around a lot as a kid. Came to Ontario, Canada for university. Did a couple degrees there. Then moved out here to Vancouver to basically race triathlon, I think, and have been out here now for 7 years. I did my first triathlon in 2006. It was the UBC triathlon here, and kind of never looked back after that. And it's kind of taken over my life since then. It was a big decision and a big risk to jump in full time, and making it a full-time job it did really feel like a dream come true. I would describe it as sort of a minimalist, transient kind of life. My main odd job is I work at Options for Sexual Health, which is sort of like Planned Parenthood of BC, and it allows me to use some of the skills that I have from sort of my previous career in education to keep that going and not become a dumb jock. The racing is fantastic and it's really fun, but a lot of the work to get there is the training. So 99% of the time you're not racing, you are, out there grinding away day after day. I don't know if I have any training secrets. I really just follow what my coach tells me to do. I have some athletes who I coach, and so I will use some of the workouts that I found really successful for me with them. To be a professional athlete, you can't really wake up in the morning and say, oh, I don't really feel like it today. I'm not going to do my workouts, or I'm not going to push as hard. My last season was a bit of a bust. The majority of the summer I was off with a running injury, and that was a pretty difficult time. Not being able to race means I don't get an income. If you're counting on that for your livelihood, then it can be kind of nerve-wracking. It made me on a lot of levels grow and mature as an athlete, because you need to recognize how to treat your body and to recognize signs of injury before it becomes too late and you're off for a long, rehabbing something that's pretty major. And also that something so simple to put you out for months means that you wouldn't be making it in. So you have to have a bit of a buffer. When you have a full-time job and a relationship and a triathlon career or a hobby, something suffers. And I think that when I first started out, it was hard to really understand that balance and do that well. And so definitely relationships and I think my career as well suffered as I sort of poured myself into triathlon. I think that was more of sort of a learning experience for me to understand myself more and where to put my priorities and what was important to me. I wouldn't say that I regret that sort of beginning of my triathlon as a hobby/career, but that it's something that I look back on and say, you know what, I probably made some mistakes back then. Yeah. Performance equals potential minus interference, and that really hit home when I heard that. It really hit home for me. It's like, you know what? Yeah, it's true. I have all of this potential. What are the things that are in my way? And a huge part of that I should have told myself, and I wish I would tell myself now, is take that time for yourself. Take that time to slow down. Shut off physically, mentally. Take that recovery time, and you'll save yourself a lot of pain and physio bills. Every race I learn something new, and the more experiences that I accumulate through training and racing really have helped me improve. And I think it's exciting to know that I still have so much to learn, and I think that I have a lot more potential in terms of my fitness and especially my mental game, that it's really exciting to continue in the sport. The reason why I do it is the racing, because I love to race. I love to test my body and to travel to different places and be able to compete. And I feel really lucky to be able to pretty much support myself this way. My family is incredibly supportive. My parents have been absolutely unbelievable. And since I've moved to Vancouver, that's kind of been my identity is triathlon, and so the majority of people that I've met have been in the sport or athletes themselves, cyclists. So I've really surrounded myself with supportive people, like people who understand what it means to, you know, have a full-time job and then be training on top of that. So I feel like I have a huge amount of support around me, absolutely. When anybody makes their love their job, either you're going to be completely fulfilled and have this amazing career that you love to, you know, you love to go to work every day and do that, or it starts to diminish how you feel about what you're doing. And for me, I think it's the former. So I feel like I am living a dream, and that every day is amazing because I get to do what I love. I think triathlon has really inspired me to take risks more often, to do what's in my heart, to make decisions based on what I want and what I need and what not necessarily what I think is a safe decision. Just to really follow my dreams and to make decisions based on that and not be so scared in making some of those big leaps. I get a lot out of the sport because I see the inspiration that I bring to other people. You know, it means so much to me to see friends who I've known for decades who may have never ever done a sport in their life to start running, and who, you know, a year later are running a half marathon or a 10K, and for them to say, Rachel, you have been my inspiration for this. I'm so glad that it's awesome to watch your career, and this is really an inspiration for me to get healthy and to get fit and, you know, find this new healthy hobby. For me, that's what I hope I'm remembered for, is that inspiration that I can hopefully bring to other people, whether it, you know, and whether it be those people that I've known and the other people who would ever read about me or follow my career. That to me is the most important thing.